Hi, sir. Today we are at Expo 2024. Sir, how are you?
Okay, I'm pretty good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself, sir, first?
Yeah, my name is Kelvin. I represent the company Chogori, and also one of the senior manager of the company. My nationality, I'm from Singapore. But I hold a full-time appointment with the company in China.
Okay. So my first question to you will be, what are you showcasing today at Expo 2024? And what differentiate your solutions from its competitors in the market?
Okay. So first and foremost is on this chip here, we have two different products to introduce to the market. The first one is basically an extension to what we have done 1 year ago. So a year ago, we launched the IEC 62196, which is the same as the India standard 17417. So that standard that we launched a year ago is intended more for the home charging. So in other words, the amperage, the current is lower. So on this chip here, one of the products that we launched is intended for the fast charging, which is this equivalent product, fast charging. So for this product, then we cater the application for different market segments depending on their power requirements. And the product can go between 50, 70, 100 amperes. By the standard itself, is actually intended for a DC for 120 volts, 100 ampere. That is based on the standard. So what makes us different from the competition? Okay, so this is a standard first and foremost. In other words, a lot of people it's an open architecture. Everyone can design, but we talk to a lot of different customers with different requirements. So when we launched the home charge, there are customers that say I don't need a limit switch. Some that says I need a limit switch. These are this. So what does a limit switch actually means? So simply put is that if you were to press before you remove, then the signals will send to cut off the power before you remove from the inlet. So that product we give contingencies for this area. So when we step it up a higher current, for example the 50 ampere, the customer still has the choice whether they want to use a limit switch or alternatively, they can also choose to use a mechanical lock, which is what we did inside it. So the mechanical lock functionally same with a red and a black for plus and minus. So it is a plus, the mechanical lock activates, so you're not able to press it now to remove it out. So similarly, when we set it up the 1700 amperes, those become like a standard. You need to have some kind of a lock to ensure safety, things like this. So the other competitive advantage we have over the product is we design the product in a complete lockdown system. In other words, uh, depending on the OEM, they can select cable assembly manufacturers here in India to fully assemble his product. So by and large, the whole connector or the whole gun together with the cable is a very heavy proportion of the bill of material. So if cable assembly manufacturers here assemble cable, then the cost would be a lot lower. So these are some of those advantages that we give to the end customers. And there are also those that want us to assemble because they feel that is being the design and the manufacturer, they feel that it's probably better in a way. So this is one of the product. So the other product that you ask relates to this range of connectors. So this range of connectors, we have the first generation, which is this one here, the corresponding plug that has been designed since a long time ago. So, and during that time, a lot of systems deployment are based on fixed batteries. So as the market evolves, people don't want to wait. They just want to change the battery and they go more like 2B markets, those food deliveries, parcel deliveries, things like this. So in other words, there's a lot more mating cycle, number one. And the mating cycle also induce certain level of instability. They may not sit the plug properly into the panel, things like this. And there's a lot more intense vibration because we also see systems getting bigger, heavier. So the vibration requirements becomes different. So what we did was we developed this generation of connectors. And what's distinctively different, first and foremost, this comes also with a deeper recess here in comparison to this because they want a higher level of IP rating in breast protection. So what we did was the connector is able to withstand IPX7. In other words, I can submerge this in water for 1 meter deep, 30 minutes, and it is still waterproof. So that sort of protects the battery in a better way. Plus, the battery is no longer fixed within the chassis or within the scooter compartment. The battery is moving around as offered as a battery as a service. So the level of protection, different customer they want at a higher range. It's one thing that we did. Then a connector also comes in a way that enables a four locking system down here. So this is a tool system. Okay, the top and the bottom. This has got north, south, east, and west. So this is the in a way is the upgraded version, number one. But the fact that a lot of systems in the market now are using the first generation. So we got to ensure that not only the improved version able to 100% sit in properly, you also need to ensure that the four lock system can also go into the first generation two lock mechanism so that this also sits properly inside. And now the overall stability, the level of vibration resistance can be increased. In other words, the first generation, the second generation, they are all fully compatible. So that is one of those advantage that we.
So, what are the latest advancements in your e-scooter connectors that is driving the growth in the electric scooter market?
The other areas, first and foremost, what we are seeing is that battery swapping is getting to be very common, even for our own domestic markets in China. Battery swap comes in two different ways to look at it. The first one is there's no secondary hand operation. In other words, I take a battery from the scooter, I go to the charging rack, I put it in, I take a whole new one, go back to the scooter, plug it in, and I go. So I don't have a secondary hand operation. So what does it mean by a secondary hand operation? So those that comes with this kind of cable, you have a secondary hand operation. Also the panel is on the battery. I put the battery in. I have a secondary action to plug this in, to charge it or to take it out, take battery, something like this. So we are seeing a lot of different adoption in this area, regardless of whether it comes with or without cable type solution. And correspondingly, we are seeing a lot of different schools of thoughts, okay, including higher voltages, higher current, or things like that. So the LABDC standard, which is this one here, it's actually calling for a 7 kilowatt. So if you take a 7 kilowatt, you divide it by, say, a 72 volt or 60 volts, like that. It brings it nicely to about 100, 110, around there. But we're also getting requests from the markets correspondingly going up to higher power system, is 9 kilowatt, 9 kilowatt, so that. So with that being said, different customers asking us to increase the current beyond the standard. Okay, using the same form factor, nothing changed. So they wanted higher current. So we are thinking on a few areas that we will announce in 2025. So some of these things we give it a lot of thoughts, including the entire product architecture. We a family of products, how it can be extended, how the product life cycle can extend 5, 10 years and beyond, things like that. So same thing like what you see on the first generation connectors. This one that we talked about. This one that we talked about. So already this has been adopted here since 2017 around there. And then a lot of customers enjoy using this. So if this is designed into the system, a scooter is going to last 8 to 10 years. So customers asking us to extend the warranty, things like that, to make sure that there's continuity of the product and also. So along the way, we also think about, okay, if the customer upgrades the next system, they have a new solution that can hold on to extending the entire product life cycle of the product. So these are things that we think a lot about to make sure that the various ranges, various different power categorization have a good continuities, including also future higher amperage systems.
So India has a very erratic nature. Like there is very rainy season happening all the time. So how is Chogori's product solutions adapting or give what's the unique angle or the unique advancements they are giving to their solutions that is adapting to this India's market?
Okay. So from a charging point of view, currently there's only from the EV perspective, there is only the IEC standards. And then the EV take on a whole new thing. So there's this known as the US car, USCA. So that is a standard tested based on automotive standards though. So what we do for most of our product development is to make sure that it conforms first and foremost to the US car spec. This is something important. Then over the years, we added new things based on the customer's use case. So discuss with the customers give us challenges, things like that. So there are those that, for example, they would be expecting an operating temperature of something like -25, even up extreme -40, and going up to higher 85, even 1 things like that. So need to incorporate a lot of this under one. And the various use case, the way that the connector needs to be very robust, we give it a lot of design considerations, including also the test validation. So we are automotive certified company. So we follow IATF 169.9. So all our product development, we also follow the APQP, well known as Advanced Product Quality Plan. So all these developments needs to be incorporated into the design, including also the test. So the design verification tests, case like this. So along the way, we learn a lot. And as we develop products, for example, like this range of solutions we came about, this is used in very rugged environments. Even in India, a lot of the motorcycles, take an example, in Africa market, Boda Boda, which is like a two-wheeler taxi, motorcycle category. So they're also using this kind of image. So the use case is you can look at the connector really on the bike with full of dust, full of dirt, all kinds of stuff on it. And it's still expected that this plugs in, it can charge at the same time, it can also discharge power.
Okay, so what are Chogori's strategic growth plans and the future outlook in the Indian market?
The last couple of sessions also I mentioned that first we're just very grateful, very indebted to a lot of the customers here that trusted what we do. So and then as we slowly evolve working with them, in the earlier presentation we also mentioned about a lot of the solutions currently are based on home charging, and then you have a AC to DC converter you plug in. So a lot of these solutions here from here to here, from here to here to here, they are all based on two power, which is typically speaking is a direct current. So as we evolve into this and this, we just need to ensure a few important things from our perspective. Um, Regardless how the market evolve, we need to ensure that we have the right solution to address based on the customer's needs and their application. So this can apply based on the lower power range up to the Pipe 6, the standard, and to make sure that we have very good continuity in our product roadmaps, in our product lifecycle management. Because once you're in the automotive markets, then you need to think up pretty long. Anything into the system, 8-10 years, unavoidable. So if within this period, what's gonna happen to the post sales, etc. Yeah? So we need to stay very focused on some of these real market needs, customers' requirements. So and we have been in this two-wheeler, three-wheeler markets already for the last almost 10 years, almost a decade. And we have very, very good penetration, very good support from the market here in India, to the extent whereby people associate our 2+4 not so much from the company point of view. They associate the interface as a Chogori type interface. And many didn't realize that Chogori is actually a company. So this is the part whereby we need to continue to ensure that we support the entire ecosystem, regardless of whether is it from the OEM point of view, from the battery manufacturer point of view, charger manufacturer point of view, even now the charge point operator, see people's. We got to make sure that we have all the right solutions to support, so that the ecosystem can go nicely. So we are in various markets, some other areas involving like renewable energy, energy storage. We have solutions in those areas, solar related. So these are slowly forming an ecosystem in general. How you draw power from solar, how you use the power, you store it on energy storage, things like that. So and that's how we are. The company is generally thinking to support in all these areas.
So what are your expectations from this expo and how has been the visitor response so far?
Oh, the response have been really great. I mean, we first and foremost we look at solutions, addressing problems and issues the market face or the customer face. So similarly, when we develop the large Pro, which is the improved version of the first generation. So about a couple of weeks ago, when we officially launched it in our own medias, so like LinkedIn, for example, how we did about a couple of days, 2-3 days, we got more than 400 likes. So and again, same thing is because the market support us, and they know some of the challenges that based on the evolution, and also they so look forward to us to have the next product in the pipeline. So look at that. So the many customers that I meet now and then uh over this period of time always give us new ways of thinking and how we can develop products. And then each and every time, like for example this round, I got after ET Auto, I have about 8 to 9 different meetings. 8 to 9 different meetings give me so much thinking about the next possibility, something like that. So, and that's where I go back and I talk to my product management team, I talk to my product development team, and we build a very good use case and think about all the possibilities, and then to continue to help to support. So it's driven from there. It becomes a very nice close circle. It's just like when we launched this same thing when we launched the home charge gun. We got so much inquiry. A lot of OEMs are really bringing the products. I walk around the hall. There are people that already displaying the same solution, our solution on their booth, offering it to the market. So a lot of support was